Imagine if you could harness a holistic understanding of what drives purchases. You could optimize budgets, track spend impact in your dashboards, and adjust accordingly if necessary. You don't have to imagine it. Marketing Evolution delivers. Think of Marketing Evolution as a collective brain, and it's your advantage. It's the industry's biggest brain. It's based upon ROI analysis of over $200 billion in marketing spending, and it uses the most broadly independently validated ROI measurement available. It's not a dumb dashboard. Marketing Evolution's dashboard is attached to a brain that knows how to invest your marketing dollars for optimal impact and will make those recommendations to you. It's connected to the best practices for getting the highest ROI possible in the execution of your marketing. And because it knows your workflow, it monitors who is working on what and when and pushes the right best practices to the right person at the right time. Honda has an annual budget planning process that happens in the fall of each year. It's followed by some campaign media allocation in preparation for upfront television buying. And of course, throughout the entire year, they have campaigns running 365 days a year for the various different nameplates. They need to monitor these and manage these to ensure that they hit the desired marketing goals. You can think of this as a virtuous cycle that goes from planning and resource allocation to campaign execution to measurement and analytics performed by Marketing Evolution back into the planning cycle. We're going to show you what that software looks like. The Mission Control dashboard shows all the leading indicators for where sales are likely to go and what the lagging indicators. If you see a problem like what we see here in Pilot and Ridgeline, you can see if it's driven by an external factor or an internal factor. In this case, it's an external factor. We can look and see that gas price is a problem. We estimated that the gas price would be in the 350s, and it's actually over $4, and that is hurting these nameplates. We can click the button for reforecast and open the portfolio planning tool and reforecast if need be. We can also look to see sometimes a problem isn't an external factor, it's a marketing factor. A chord might be struggling, and it might be because the creative isn't as effective as it needs to be. Or perhaps it's the media mix, which is this indicator here. Now, some budgets are already spent, like magazines, and you can't do much to change that, but there are many that can be reallocated. This shows you're going to miss the mark by 5%. But if we reallocate against some of these areas that still are flexible, with a simple click of a button, the collective brain uses that information, reruns the optimization, and sees where you can adjust the budgets. And we can see here we can get 1% above the target if we're able to act fast. And because the planning system is tied into our best practice timeline, it knows which media are part of the media plan, and it knows who works on what. It can pass the best practices to the right people at the right time to ensure that when those media are executed, they have the best chance of achieving success for your brand. The best practice database is also a way of making sure that all of your great intellectual property from your agency and internal stays within your system. Imagine if you had the right dashboard that told you precisely if you're going to make your forecast or not, and if not, specifically what you could change in marketing to get on target. Imagine if best practices were pushed to the right people at the right time to ensure the best execution. Imagine if you knew your precise spend, impact, and ROI, and you consistently met your targets. You don't have to imagine it. You've got the technology with Marketing Evolution.